I'm Michelle Subbo. I'm one of the co-creators and developers of 3 websites that research hundreds of these topics. Allow me to tell you a little bit of our history. In 2006, my associate Dr. Dennis Grega found a website called Afterlife 101. It presented channeled material covering 265 topics that were related to the death experience, the transformation from human to spirit, the afterlife, reincarnation, and life on Earth. We wondered how this material compared to other information that was available. And after some conversation in agreement with the creators of that site, we decided to do some research, and we created afterlifedata.com. We compared the information from these sources across the 265 topics, and we found that nearly 95% of the information was in agreement. That was astonishing to us, and certainly way beyond chance. We had created the largest database of afterlife description and analysis on the internet. By 2010, we had people from around the world visiting afterlifedata.com, and they were asking us additional questions. We realized that although we used over 80 sources for the site, there were thousands more that complemented the information that we already had. So in 2011, we created and launched afterlifelibrary.com. This website houses information on nearly 3,000 writings from conventional to esoteric. The current categories cover the afterlife, consciousness, paranormal phenomenon, reincarnation, religion, and science. Both of these sites are free to use for anyone, and we've had amazing, wonderful feedback on them since they've launched. Something else interesting was happening after our first launch that only became clear in hindsight. A few months after launching Afterlife Data, we had started getting requests from people looking for mediums. Yes, the kind that talk to the dead. At first, we couldn't quite understand why they were coming to us, but after more and more requests, it became obvious. And then in 2014, we created voicesacrosstheveil.com. Voices Across the Veil offers small group online sessions with an experienced medium. These mediums facilitate high-quality evidential communications for a fraction of the price that they usually charge because they believe strongly in the validity of their work and the work that we are doing. With this program, we created the world's largest multicultural study of afterlife communication. It was a perfect way to help fulfill a need people had, as well as expand the research we had begun. It was a win-win. The experiences gained and the research done through these sessions has changed lives for the better. Here are some of the things that our participants and visitors to our sites have said. Now that you know where we've been, I'd like to share with you where we'd like to go. As you can imagine, these sites take quite a bit to maintain, let alone expand. Over the past 10 years, we've realized that we have to do more. That's why we created this Patreon page. We'd like your help to move forward in bigger and better ways. We're asking for your help to extend this work far beyond where it is today, in order for more people to be able to access the information. And we want to do it in ways that are even more meaningful to people's everyday lives. Here are some of our plans. AfterlifeData.com and AfterlifeLibrary.com need more research. There is much more data and many more sources that can be added to these sites. We'd also like to take the time to write blogs and create lectures centered around specific topics. And although we know quite a bit about these subjects, putting them into easily readable and digestible format is quite a time-consuming task. We have aggregated a lot of data from our Voices Across the Veil sessions based on our pre- and post-session questionnaires. By transcribing each session and preparing them for in-depth analysis, we can more fully understand the evidential information that we have witnessed. By the way, you can see an overview of some of the data we do have in the presentation below. The data analysis that we have done to date has been done in a slow, methodical fashion. By having access to advanced statistical software, we can more deeply analyze the results of pre- and post-session questionnaires on Voices Across the Veil sessions. Then we can present our findings in a wider variety of formats that make them accessible to more people. As you can see, there is much work to be done, and this is only the tip of the iceberg. Our small team of researchers are headed by myself and Dr. Dennis Grega, whose PhD is in research psychology. Our backgrounds include teaching at a college level and private tutoring, as well as database and website development for a wide variety of companies. So we have the skills and the passion to make this all happen. There is still a great deal to learn about who we are, why we are here, and where we are going. Please consider supporting this work and helping us develop the resources upon which future generations can build.